This vlog is so intense. I'm gonna have to cut my hair. Done. So like any normal person, the first school I went to was a primary school. And during that time in primary school, we had to do PE. And I hated PE. I've always hated PE. I was glad when I left school because I didn't have to do PE anymore. And this is probably one of my first memories because I was in year 1 and we had this teacher called Mrs. Hollow, I believe. She was old. She had wrinkles. We had to wear plimsolls as part of our PE uniform. There was a yellow t-shirt, blue shorts, socks, and plimsolls. Do people wear those anymore? I had my shirt, I had my shorts, I had my socks, I had everything. I just forgot my plimsolls. So I went over to Miss Hollow and I was like, Miss, I've forgotten my plimsolls. Should I sit this lesson out? Because when you sat lessons out, you got to read books and watch everyone else run around and get sweaty. That was hilarious. But sadly, that wasn't the case today, and Miss Hollow was like, no, you can go ask Mr. Malidi, who, just perchance, happened to be right outside the classroom talking to someone else in the corridor. So I went out to him, and I said, Sir, I forgot my plimsolls. Miss Hollow said to come and see you. And he was like, no, Michael, go away. I'm talking right now. I'm talking to someone else. I think he was talking to a year 6 student, and, you know, for a year 1, he was like up there. I thought he was an adult. So I went back to Miss Hollow. I told her, Mr. Malidi said to come back inside. And Miss Hollow was like, Michael, what are you doing here? Go and talk to Mr. Malidi. And I said, no, he just told me to come back. She was like, go and talk to him. So I went out there again and said, Sir, Miss Hollow told me to come out and tell you that I forgot my plimsolls. And then he was like, Michael, what did I tell you? Go back inside. So I went back inside and I was like, Miss, Mr. Malidi told me to come back. And she was like, right, Michael, you haven't listened to what I've said. You haven't gone to ask Mr. Malidi. Go and sit down. So I sat down and cried. And I got out the PE lesson, that's an upside. But still, it was very sad because I wasn't listened to by both teachers. Because one of them said go out and then one of them said come back in, and it was just a wild goose chase. It was terrible. And then naturally all of my friends were like, oh, Michael, are you okay? And then Miss Hollow goes and says, no, ignore him. I'm a crying child. You can't ignore that. So naturally I've hated Miss Hollow since that day.